What's up, everyone? How's it going? It's just going to be me today, Gavin, reacting live to some absolutely insane breaking news. As I said, it is just going to be me for this little live stream. And unfortunately, I am without my microphone. So I apologize for the less than perfect audio. Let me know how good it sounds. I'm hoping it's not too terrible, but I am using my Mac audio. So you guys are going to have to deal with that. It's not going to be the usual crisp, beautiful sound of the Shure microphone. Yeah, this is crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. Glad to hear that it sounds good. Gonna wait for a few more people to trickle in here real quick, but holy crap, guys. Holy crap. Was just actually resting, essentially. Haven't even really eaten lunch yet. And was getting ready to get something together, you know. Then got some absolutely insane breaking news, guys, that we're about to unpack. Let's take a look over here. We're going to be watching this video. I'm sure a lot of people are going to see this, probably have seen it already. Let's take a look. As you guys can see here, Trump grabs at his neck while the shots ring out. He appears to be hit. Let's take a look.
Look what happened. Look what happened. Look what happened. Look what happened.
So you guys tell me what you think this looks like. To me, at first, when I saw it, I assumed the worst. You know, it looked to me like Trump actually got hit and that he wasn't just reacting to sounds, but that he actually was reacting to, you know, the feeling of being hit by a bullet or something like that. It does appear that that is possibly what happened. There's a couple videos going around now of Trump with blood on his face. I'll show you guys that one so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Here we go. Let's take a look of him moments later. So as you guys can see there, definitely some blood on Trump, no doubt about it. It's unclear if that's his blood from his own bleeding face or if it's, you know, blood from one of the surrounding people that got hit, maybe a splatter of some sort. It's possible that, you know, one of the Secret Service agents that intercepted him here got that on him. Definitely weird. We don't quite know what's happening yet, but it seems that Trump is fine, right? You see there, it definitely looks like some blood on his ear, right? So I assume that that bullet missed him just barely. Trump may have literally survived an assassination attempt here by a few single centimeters, right? Literally, it could have possibly been a millimeter off, this bullet, which apparently grazed his ear. It took him down briefly, but you know, now he's back up, pumps his fists, and seems to be all right. So yeah, here we have that. I don't know, guys. This looks pretty crazy to me. Some people are saying that this is fake, a false flag. I'm not really sure who would be behind the false flag. Are you saying that the Trump campaign is behind the false flag? Are you saying that the Biden campaign, like the CIA, is behind the false flag? What exactly are you alleging? That sounds to me kind of like just conspiracy talk.
If you
right?
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
I don't know, guys. This seems pretty fucking chaotic. I don't think people would be reacting that way, right? Clearly, the crowd is absolutely terrified. I don't think that the people would be reacting that way. I sense a genuine chaos in this crowd. I don't think that, I don't think that these people would be acting that way if they didn't hear real gunshots. So I'm not really sure what people mean when they say that this could be fake. I don't agree with that. I don't think right now there's any evidence that this is fake. Clearly, this actually happened. Someone just said they were literally watching it live as it happened on C-SPAN. As you can see, this is C-SPAN footage right now. You can clearly hear something. Sounds like gunshots
something
to
that
me.
said, take a look at what happened.
Yeah, I mean that sounds like gunshots to me. Potentially gunshots with a silencer attached to the gun. I also happen to agree with this, Brian. I happen to agree with this. Assuming that, obviously this is an updating story, but assuming this was a legitimate assassination attempt that Donald Trump survived today, I do think that basically secures Donald Trump's win, because he's going to be able to come out of this and say that, they tried to assassinate me, just like I've been predicting. Tucker Carlson is going to have a heyday with this. As you guys know, Tucker has been predicting now for a while that they were going to try to assassinate Donald Trump. So this definitely could vindicate some of those sort of, martyr complex Trump supporter people that want to think of Trump as this character who the deep state is trying to take down. And, obviously it's completely unclear who the perpetrator at this point is behind the attack, the assassination attempt, whatever you want to call it. So, Paulie, you're saying that you think the Trump campaign staged this, that they campaigned an that they staged an assassination attempt. I suppose that would be the most, understandable logic behind such a conspiracy theory, but I still think that that's pretty absurd. I don't think that, the Trump campaign would risk faking something like that, only for it to be discovered and then become a huge scandal. So I don't think that that's legitimate. But let's take a look at what the New York Times is saying. Live election updates. Trump rushed off stage at rally after what sounds like shots. The former president was escorted into his motorcade at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, a rural town about an hour north of Pittsburgh. And there's the best photo I've seen of him stained with blood. Definitely looks like his ear got grazed. That's crazy, guys. That's crazy, guys. It really does appear that Donald Trump was about a millimeter away from death, from being JFK'd, essentially. That's wild. I mean, you have to imagine whoever the assassin was feels pretty shitty right now. Or the attempted assassin feels pretty shitty because they got pretty damn close. And I know that's morbid to say, but I mean, that is what it is. One sec. Just going to crack open this soda. Mountain Dew, Star Spangled Splash. Anyway, yeah, so here's the, most high def photo that I've seen so far. This is on the New York Times. Like I said, definitely looks to me like Trump's ear got grazed. So whoever this assassin was, they got real close. They got real close, but unfortunately, for them at least, they did not succeed. Let's keep going though. Let's look at these live updates. Former President Trump rushed off a stage by Secret Service at a rally in Butler, Pennsylvania. After several pops that sounded like gunshots, Mr. Trump went to the ground and was immediately surrounded by agents who then escorted him to a motorcade. The former president pumped his fist at the crowd as he was hustled off the stage. When the pops began at 6:13 p.m., Mr. Trump appeared to grab his right ear, which appeared to be bleeding. Trump was escorted into his motorcade at the rally in Butler, about an hour north of Pittsburgh. The Secret Service rushed him off the stage after a series of pops. It sounded like what could be gunshots interrupted Trump's rally in Pennsylvania. Trump was hurried off the stage. I mean, it was definitely gunshots, guys. Let's be honest. I don't know what else could have possibly produced that sort of, bleeding. He clearly got hit by something. I don't know what else it would have been if not a gunshot. And by the way, Drew Chains, I agree. That's what I was saying. As far as Trump, benefiting from this, it actually is a kind of hard photo, right? And assuming he does completely survive this and is completely unscathed, as far he's not like in some sort of like there's no mental issue or whatever. I do think this is like a good campaign image, right? He can post this and be like, they're trying to kill me. I persisted or whatever. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But I do think that that's a pretty good image for Donald Trump. Yeah, let's take a look. Hurried off the stage, appeared to be bleeding. So I'm not sure if there's more updates. Let's take a look. Trump's team is on lockdown as this plays out. Information has been scarce. So yeah, it's really, I guess it's really not clear yet what the motivation was and who the potential perpetrator of this assassination attempt was. Sorry, guys. Like I said, it's just me today. Zach's at work. So I don't have as much time to, hydrate and shit like that in between my points. And Kelly, I mean, we can speculate about that later if details come out that actually, confirm any sort of those suspicions. But I just don't think it's really a healthy tendency when a breaking news story is happening to just immediately start saying it was staged. Because I just don't want to live in that culture, right, where every single thing that happens immediately gets accused of being fake and all this shit. Like, come on, man. Like, I don't know. The video looked pretty real to me. Also, is it really that crazy to think in this lunatic fucking country with our insanely lax gun laws? Is it really that crazy to think that this sort of thing could happen? Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. I'm surprised it doesn't happen more often, to be honest. I'm genuinely surprised assassination attempts on the president and politicians in general doesn't happen more often, given our insane gun culture, given our insane gun laws, and how easy it is for absolute lunatics to get their hands on weapons, right? So no, of course it wouldn't surprise me if this is real, and that's why I don't, jump to the conclusion that this was staged or that this was a psyop or anything of that nature. Although, obviously, if evidence comes out in the future to point to that, I wouldn't, dismiss it, of course. But of course, I also don't want to just be a reactionary, knee-jerk conspiracy theorist who every time they see anything, jumps to the conclusion that it was a conspiracy theory. I don't think that's really healthy. But, I'm not judging people that do that. Obviously, we do live in a world filled with psyops and false flags and fake news and all that shit. So I'm not trying to sound judgmental, right? And they probably took advantage of that, Kelly. It looks too relaxed if the shooter or if the assassination attempter, they probably took advantage of the relaxed setting. That would be the perfect opportunity, right? Anyway, it is pretty ironic given the fact that the right wing embraces a complete lack of regulation on guns and a complete lack of gun control in general. It is ironic, of course, that these sort of things.
Holden, if you want
I
to
don't
really
think
see something that said, take a look at what happened. Holden, if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
All right. Let's take a look over here, guys. It looks like Elon Musk has officially endorsed Donald Trump in the wake of this assassination attempt. Elon Musk says, I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery. Yeah, Trump's going to get a lot of positive attention from this. Yeah, 100%, Kevin. I totally agree. Denying that it's real is blue MAGA. It's Jover. Yep, I totally agree with you, bro. Like I said, in case we get some absolutely wild evidence proving that this is somehow staged, I think it's pretty clear that this is a real thing that happened, and it's going to help Donald Trump. It's going to help Donald Trump, guys. 100% it's going to help Donald Trump. The only possible way that the Democrats could come back from this election is if they nominate somebody else at the convention. And at this point, I don't even think Kamala could beat Donald Trump. I think that it would have to be a whole new candidate, someone younger, someone fresher, someone inspiring and optimistic and articulate, not Kamala, not Joe Biden. Although I still think Kamala Harris would have a much better chance than Joe Biden. Yeah, this is definitely going to help Donald Trump. That's probably the number one takeaway from this, guys. I mean, other than what a crazy story it was, right? Other than what a just crazy story it is and what an insane lunatic country we live in, getting crazier and crazier by the day, it feels to me. I think that, yeah, definitely the biggest takeaway from this assassination attempt is that it almost guarantees Donald Trump's victory in the 2024 general election, assuming that Joe Biden stays at the top of the ticket, right? The only way out of this for the Democrats now is to nominate someone other than Joe Biden. And again, not to just make this all about the horse race, but this is the fact that Donald Trump survived this. I cannot stress to you how good this is for Donald Trump. I cannot stress to you guys. This is like, remember when the FBI raid on Mar-a-Lago happened? Remember that? And all the Republicans rallied around Trump and they all, came out of the woodwork to try to suck his dick the hardest, right? This is going to be like that, but like times a million. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. I disagree, Kevin. I disagree. This is shocking stuff. Usually you don't see an assassination attempt come this close to being successful, assuming what we're seeing is legit. And obviously this is a developing story, but I mean, this looks pretty crazy. And I highly doubt it, Super Strike. I think it sounded like, I know it sounded pretty soft for a gun, but that could easily have been a silencer, something like that. But yeah, this is definitely going to be good for Trump. Can't stress that enough. And yeah, I'm sure that Donald Trump will blame the deep state. I'm sure that Tucker Carlson will blame the deep state. I'm sure that they'll blame literally everyone and everything, but our ridiculously lax gun laws, which continually enable lunatics to commit, attempted massacres or succeed in committing massacres. But yeah, guys, this is absolutely crazy. Like I said, definitely feels like some third world country vibes for sure. All right, guys, just one sec. I'll be right back.
Blood coming from his right ear. As Secret Service agents tried to take him from the stage, he pumped his fist in the air multiple times. They were able to get him off the stage. They were able to get him into the armored SUV. He had only been speaking about 5 minutes at that rally. Oh, I'm sorry, Congressman Garcia. Something has happened at the Trump. Oh, we see Donald Trump there at a rally in Pennsylvania. You can see his face. There's blood coming from his ear. Not exactly sure what has happened, but those are Secret Service agents trying to pull Donald Trump off the stage. He's pumping his fists in the air. The crowd is chanting USA, USA. Again, this is live. This is live from a Trump rally in Pennsylvania. In Butler, Pennsylvania, former President Donald Trump, something happened, clearly some kind of an attack. You see there clearly blood on his right ear as Secret Service try to push him into the SUV. Earlier, as we came on, you saw the former president pumping his fist in the air as the Secret Service agents tried to get him off the stage. They have succeeded in getting him into the armored SUV. They will be taking him, clearly, they will be taking him away from that scene. And as you know, we here at NBC News and MSNBC News will do extensive reporting to find out exactly what happened. But again, you're looking at live pictures from Butler, Pennsylvania, where a Trump rally has come to an abrupt end after the former president was attacked how, we're not sure. But when we came live on air, you could see the former president in profile, blood coming from his right ear as Secret Service agents tried to take him from the stage. He pumped his fist in the air multiple times. They were able to get him off the stage. They were able to get him into the armored SUV. He had only been speaking about 5 minutes at that rally.
Just realized I'm muted, but yeah, pretty crazy stuff, guys. Pretty crazy stuff. Like I was saying earlier, definitely feels like, you know, completely lunatic country that we're living in. Not that I'm a fan of Donald Trump, but I mean, just seeing stuff like this is totally crazy. And of course, this all comes also as the Democrats are reckoning with what exactly to do with their own nominee. You know, will Joe Biden be the nominee come November? Still a lot of questions being asked. This presidential election, despite being what is seemingly a very boring and unwanted rematch between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, is, you know, been surprisingly interesting on a number of fronts, like I said. And yeah, guys, I know that people were saying that some people were questioning, like, will this really help Trump? I think it will. You guys don't understand how much the right is going to feast on this, like Super Strike says. I'm not saying that people that were already going to vote for Joe Biden are now going to be convinced to vote for Donald Trump. But I mean, look at this, guys. Come on, that's a powerful image, and I say that as someone who is not a fan of Donald Trump. Right? I'm one of his biggest critics. I would never in a million years vote for Donald Trump, but yeah, I mean, look at that. That's a powerful image. Compare that to images recently of Joe Biden, or videos recently of Joe Biden, where he can barely get through a sentence, where he looks like a zombie. I mean, this, I hate to say it, this looks like an iconic image in the making. As Cosette says, I hate to say, that photo goes hard. Yeah, let's be honest. I mean, if one of our, political heroes had just survived an assassination attempt, we'd be like, hell yeah, let's go, baby. And Antoine, if you want to just believe that everyone is CIA and that the entire world is a psyop and that all of politics is a psyop, then feel free. You might even be right. But it's also like, what's even the point of tuning in to analysis? Like, what's even the point of tuning in to commentary or participating in political commentary if everything is fake, if everything is staged, if Joe Biden and Donald Trump are both just actors and we just live in a simulation, essentially? I mean, what's even the point? I appreciate that, man. I'm glad that you like the show. And like I said, hell, you might even be right. But at that point, it's like, you might as well just believe that we're living in a simulation and that everything is out of our hands and that nothing matters and that it's all fake. Because it's just, yeah. Sorry, guys. Anyway, I do think it's legit. It looks legit. And yeah, I think the right wing is going to make a lot out of this. I think that Donald Trump's going to go crazy with this, obviously, as any presidential candidate would if they survived an assassination attempt. Yeah, I'm not seeing much in the way of new updates. Democrats just tried to kill Donald Trump. Oh, no, bro, don't be sorry at all. I actually appreciate the engagement. There's a reason I responded to your chat. I would have just ignored it if I didn't want to respond to it. I actually like the back and forth with chat, so don't apologize at all, man. I really do appreciate it. But yeah, guys, I'm seeing if there's any new info. I have a feeling this is fake news. Yeah, people are just posting shit. But yeah, you're gonna see a lot of shit like this, guys. LOL. Yep. All right, let's check back in on the New York Times, see if they have any updates. I'm down to chill for a second, see if Hakeem Jeffries says, my thoughts and prayers are with former President Trump. Political violence of any kind is never acceptable. Yeah, it's also going to be really interesting when we do find out who the shooter was, right? If they were like some, radical Democrat, we're going to hear a lot about that. Of course, that's all the right wing is going to talk about, instead of the fact that, a lunatic of any political persuasion can easily get their hands on a gun to commit an act of violence like this. Of course, they're just going to hyperfixate on the fact that it was a lefty, if in fact it was, instead of the fact that it was a deranged person. But let's take a look. Yeah, Hakeem Jeffries says, my thoughts and prayers are with Trump. Team Trump official account on X thanks, citing Trump's spokesperson. President Trump thanks law enforcement and first responders for their quick action during this heinous act. He is fine and being checked on at a local medical facility. So yeah, it does appear that he's just straight up survived, the assassination attempt. It does appear to be an assassination attempt. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more details coming out soon. So yeah, we'll keep you updated, guys. I'm probably going to head out of here for today. There's not much else to say about this, but yeah, holy crap. What a crazy, crazy thing to see on the news. And yeah, you guys are wilding today. I think this is mostly people that aren't usually in our community, but a lot of motherfuckers are just going straight tinfoil hat. All right. I mean, maybe it is people in our community. I like you, BKK. I don't know. It just seems like it's a slippery slope when every single thing that happens, we have to immediately be, is this a conspiracy theory? Is this fake? Is this fucking, I don't know. It's weird, but it is what it is. If that's how you guys feel. No worries. If that's how you feel, speak your mind. If you think it was fake, then that's your opinion. But anyway, appreciate you guys for tuning into this little quick breaking news live stream. Pretty wild shit that we just saw. Oh yeah, baby. Like I said, I got this Star Spangled Splash. It's one of the new summer flavors. Pretty good shit. That good red 40, am I right? Got to get some of that, my daily dose of red 40. Yeah, that's a great question, Kelly. I would be very interested in that too. I mean, you would think definitely, right? unless it was someone that was really far away, like a sniper almost. But, you know, who knows? That's fucked up. All right, I'm probably going to get out of here pretty soon, guys. Hey, shout out to you, Pedro the Lion. Thanks for the $5. IDK, I'm going to tune out and tune into Pedro the Lion's newest album. Modesto is a banger song. Well, that's cool, Pedro. I didn't know you have a new album out. Assuming that's your work. I'm assuming that's your name as a musician. That's pretty cool. Anyway, shout out to you, bro. Thanks for the $5. True. It's the Vanguard way. All right, guys. Trying a new vibe for the live stream where I just don't say anything. It's just silence. All right, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm done. Peace out. All right, I'm gonna let you guys see this. It's a this is a prop from the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. If you guys have seen the Indiana Jones, the first Indiana Jones movie, this is what he puts on top of that staff in the the map room to find the Well of Souls. You know what I'm saying? I got this too. From the LOL, no, it's not a fucking Nazi medallion, bro. Raiders of the Lost Ark, my favorite film as a child, at least. All right, guys. Peace out.